I suddenly found mrbeast's secret record voiceover.
Here's something most creators never realize are more important than the video itself.
So listen carefully and apply the things he said.
These are the steps I still use today, and if you understand them, you can grow way faster than you think. People think videos go viral because of editing or thumbnails or luck, but in reality, everything begins with the idea. If the idea isn't interesting, no amount of editing will save it. So here's the rule I live by. If a stranger wouldn't click on your idea, the video is already dead. Before I film anything, I ask myself, does this idea instantly make you curious? Can it be explained in one sentence? Would someone who doesn't know me click it? If the answer is no, I scrap it and move on. I didn't wake up one day suddenly knowing how to make viral videos. I trained myself. And here's how I come up with ideas that work. First, I brainstorm constantly. I write down 50 to 100 ideas at a time. Most of them suck. That's normal. But inside that giant list is usually one idea that stands out. Second, I study YouTube like homework. I look at what people are clicking, what thumbnails are performing, what titles make people curious. And third, I always try to make every idea bigger. If the idea is spend 24 hours in a house, I ask, how can this be more extreme, more emotional, more entertaining? Here's something most creators never realize. A title and thumbnail are more important than the video itself. Because people don't magically know your video is good and they only know what they see before clicking. I spend days working on titles and thumbnails, sometimes more time than filming itself. A thumbnail must be understood in half a second. A title must trigger instant curiosity. I always ask myself, would I click this? If I wouldn't, nobody else will. When someone clicks your video, you get about 5-10 seconds to convince them to stay. That's why I start fast. No long intros, no boring explanations. I immediately tell the viewer what's happening, what the challenge is, what the stakes are. If the viewer doesn't understand the video instantly, they leave. Getting the click is great, but if people leave early, the algorithm stops pushing your video. So keeping viewers watching, retention, is everything. Here's what I do. I cut every boring second. I keep the pacing fast and exciting. Something new happens every few moments. I build tension, then release it, then build it again. And I do something a lot of creators don't do. I study the retention graph. If people dip at a certain moment, I ask, why? What made them bored? Then I fix it in the next video. The fastest way to grow on YouTube is simple. Make each video better than the last. That's literally it. Every upload, I improve something, even if it's small. The idea, the pacing, the title, the storytelling, anything. If you improve 1% every video, in a year you'll be insanely good. Most creators don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop improving. I didn't start with a big audience. I didn't start with money. I didn't start with a team. I started with a cheap setup, no editing experience, and a ton of bad videos. But I did one thing. I obsessed over YouTube. Every day I studied analytics, trends, thumbnails, retention, pacing, everything. Every upload was an experiment, and each experiment made the next video better. That's the secret. Consistency plus improvement, just growth. If you want more views, here's the system I've used my entire career. Focus on great ideas. Make titles and thumbnails irresistible. Hook viewers instantly. Keep the video fast, fun, and engaging. Study your analytics like your life depends on it. Improve one thing every single upload. You don't need the best equipment. You don't need a huge budget. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to care. You just need to improve. And you just need to keep uploading. If you stick with it, your channel will grow. I've spent years trying to figure out what makes a video explode on YouTube. Not what people think works, but what actually works. And the truth is, most creators don't even realize the things that matter the most. So in this video, I'm breaking down my entire strategy. The real stuff I use behind the scenes to consistently pull in millions of views. If you're serious about YouTube, listen closely. This is the information I wish someone told me when I first started. One thing I learned early is this: most videos are doomed before they're filmed. Why? Because people create videos for themselves instead of the audience. When I sit down to come up with an idea, I don't ask, do I like this? I ask, would millions of people be curious about this? That shift changed everything for me. You have to think like a viewer, not a creator. Why should someone stop scrolling? Why should they open your video instead of the thousands they see every day? If your idea doesn't interrupt their brain, it will disappear. My method for generating ideas isn't random, it's structured. Whenever I need new concepts, here's exactly what I do. I search for patterns in trending content. I look at comments to see what people wish creators would try. I analyze concepts that worked before and change the angle. I mix two unrelated ideas into one crazy challenge. For example, instead of doing a normal survival challenge, I'll put it in a place no one expects, or add a twist nobody sees coming. The goal is simple: create something familiar, but present it in a way that feels brand new. One thing I obsess over is clarity. People click when they instantly understand what the video is about. If you need 10 sentences to explain your concept, it's not clear enough. I try to make my videos impossible to misunderstand. The viewer should know exactly what they're getting in the first second of seeing the thumbnail. And it has to be bold, not confusing, not cluttered, just a strong, simple idea delivered in the loudest possible way visually. When I write titles, I don't think like a creator. I think like the viewer who is half distracted and deciding whether to click or not. To me, a title is a promise. It should tell someone exactly what makes the video worth watching. My titles are usually short but not vague, direct but not boring, clear but not predictable. If your title can't grab attention faster than someone can blink, it's not strong enough. I treat my titles like headlines, something you'd see on the front of a major newspaper. Your intro decides everything. I can't stress this enough. When viewers click, they're giving you a test. They want you to convince them you're worth their time. If the first moments feel slow or confusing, they're gone. I try to start each video with a moment that hits instantly. Sometimes it's the climax shown early, sometimes it's a shocking visual, sometimes it's the challenge starting right away. The intro should feel like a slingshot launching the viewer into the story. To keep people watching, I design videos like rides at an amusement park. It shouldn't be predictable, it shouldn't flatten out, it should constantly evolve. Here's how I keep the energy alive. Every scene should add new information. Every challenge should get harder. Every twist should feel earned. Every joke, moment, or reveal should push the story forward. I also cut everything that doesn't serve the video, even if it's funny, even if it took hours to film. If it slows the viewer down, it's gone. Your video should feel like it has zero dead spots. If you want to grow quickly, you need a feedback loop. And this is something almost no creators think about. After I upload a video, I don't move on. I examine everything. When did people stop watching? What moment kept them locked in? Where did the energy dip? Did the pacing match the thumbnail promise? Did the title set expectations correctly? Your analytics literally tell you how to improve. You just have to listen. If you're trying to grow a channel, here's what I want you to remember. You don't need perfect equipment. You don't need a giant budget. You don't need a team. What you need is an understanding of how people think. Give viewers something that captures their curiosity, then deliver on the